Hi there. We already went through an introduction about what we're going to be building during this course. In addition, we mentioned the tools and frameworks we're going to use to get there. Now it is time to set up our development environment so we can start writing some code in the next lesson. Let's get started. Open your favorite browser. In my case, it is Chrome. Let's go to google.com and let's search for Node.js. It should be the first link, but just in case, make sure that it says nodejs.org. Click on it. You can definitely download Node.js from here, but I would like to show you more options in case you prefer to use, for example, a package manager. So go to this download link here, click on it, and you will see a lot of options, okay? Depending on your OS, of course, but I would like you to go also to this link right here, Node.js via package manager. Depending on your OS, let's say we're using Mac OS, click on it, and you will see that there are multiple ways in which you can install Node.js. In my case, I prefer Homebrew. I have it installed, but just feel free to choose any of these options. I already have Node.js installed, so I'm not going to go over this procedure, but please go ahead with your preferred option, either this package manager or this option that we show on the first page, which works perfectly fine. I just wanted to show you different options. Okay, just go ahead, install it. You can pause the video right now and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so hopefully you're done with the installation. But before we move to the next step, I want to make sure that you have Node.js installed correctly. So in order to verify that, just open your preferred terminal. In my case, it is iTerm. I'm using macOS and it's pretty nice. Okay, once you're there, just type the following, node space -v. If you get a version number out of this command, then you're good to go. And we can move to the next step. Okay, great. So now let's move on to step number 2, which is Angular CLI. So let's go back again to our browser, go back to Google, and type here Angular CLI, enter. Okay, once again, it should be the first link, but just to make sure, check that says cli.angular.io. Click on it, okay, and you're going to see that the first thing that this page tells us is how to install Angular CLI. It's this little line right here. So we just have to copy that line, switch to our terminal, paste it, and click enter. This usually takes a few seconds to maybe a couple of minutes, depending on your internet connection, but for us should be really quick. So if it takes a little bit longer for you, just pause the video and then come back when this thing finishes. And once you're there, just to make sure that this thing is installed, you can run the following. You can type ng space -- version, type enter, and you should get something similar to this. If you got that, then you are all ready to go. Awesome job. We have Node.js, we have Angular CLI. Now it is time to install our editor. In my case, I prefer to use Visual Studio Code. Of course, you are free to choose the editor that best suits your need, or the one that you prefer, of course. But for this course, I'm going to be using Visual Studio Code. So let's go back again to Google, type Visual Studio Code, type enter. Should be again the first link. Double check that it says codevisualstudio.com. Click on it, and then you should get right here a button that says download for your platform. In my case, I'm using Mac, that's why I'm getting this. I'm not going to click here because I already have Visual Studio Code, but please hit pause here, go ahead, install it, and once you're done, come back. And last, but definitely not least, we just need to install one more tool. Let's go back again to Google. Let's type here Angular console. Okay, and then again should be the first link. Just say angularconsole.com. Click on it. You'll see that it's the first button right here says how to download it, even though you have more options down here. And if you want to get a quick introduction about what Angular Console is, you can just play this video. It's really small and it's going to give you an idea of what is this tool all about. Okay, in my case, I have Angular Console already installed, so I'm not going to do it. But you go ahead, install it, and come back when you're ready. If you were able to follow along and install everything, we're all set. Next, we're going to finally start writing code. I will see you in the next lesson.